Hello, people of the interwebs. Right, should we do this TFNation haul video? Crazy weekend, man. Crazy weekend. There's literally too many people to name that made this weekend absolutely brilliant for me, but I had a fantastic time. The convention is in good hands in terms of the volunteers who organise and run this thing. It's a slickly run, busy, just packed to the gills. Convention of all things Transformers. There's literally something for everyone, and for someone who likes to dip into loads of the different pools of the history of the Transformers. Yeah, busy. Good. If you get a chance to go to TFNation, get yourself down. And for everyone who was down this year, I hope to I hope to find my words. I still have got post-event brain at the moment, which, my brain doesn't work the best at most of times. Yeah. To everyone who was there, I hope to see you again next year. You really are some crazy and wonderful people. It's weird. I've met people who actually watch my videos. That's weird. I mean, I know there's people out there who do that, and I kind of always figured that I knew who most of them were. That either other people from YouTube or there's people on Facebook that I know and, who I consider friends, even they might live in different countries and I've never met them. That, I've always figured, because I only get about, 40 to 50 views a week, so it doesn't really, I've just figured they were people I knew. But there's actually people out there who I don't know who watch my videos, and thank you for that. It's really kind of give me a nice boost to continuing on doing this shit. Right. So I bought some stuff with me to get signed, and they have got signed. This is my Transformers Universe book. This used to go everywhere with me as a child. It's ratty as anything. But it's now signed by the father of Transformers, Bob Budiansky. I also brought down with me my Black Arachnia figure. Now has Venus Turzo has now signed the bum of that, so that's quite cool. I don't know if that's increased its value or decreased its value, but I ain't selling it, am I? So it doesn't really matter. And I quite like having that. I did cosplay this year. It's a Transformers character as the mechanic who was a human villain in the Bob Budiansky run of comic books. And I made this power booster rod, and again, Bob Budiansky, done with pleasure of signing that, which means now I can't get rid of this. The original plan was just to make it and then just probably, send it off into the recycling after the event. But now it's got to keep it, really, haven't I? So Bob Budiansky signed power booster rod. He did tell me that he based the mechanic on this guy that he knew at Marvel Comics. He did tell me the name. It's got into my head and it's come out of my head of the guy it was based on. But he was someone he worked with in Marvel, and he was very technical minded. Right. Free things, Let's go into the free stuff that I got. Good old Gary Churm, Hot Rodney Prime. He did a haul video from one of his car boots a bit ago, or a charity shop finally, I can't remember which, but he bought some Visionary guys, and he kindly gave them to me. They're missing all the bits, but the holograms work quite well. It's nice to have two of the good guys here from the Visionary figures, so I like having them. Cheers, Gary. You are a star. What else? One of the guys in the Forge was giving away the first, the Zero issue. It's just a couple of pages of his Brit Performers. So I've got that to look through, so that's quite cool. I like British Transformer things. The Toy Foo, the stall that sells all the stuff, the charity and stuff. They did a Armada fanzine, so we've got this to read, and that looks quite cool. They're also giving away little pin badges. Oh, I love Demolisher. And also some prints. So we've got the Jam Hot Shot, and we've also done this. There's this toy photography recreation of one of the G1 comic book covers, but using actual toys. That is beautiful. In-demand toys with purchases. We're giving away Toy Hacks insignias, so I've got a few more of them to stick on, guys. The brilliant people at the Refined Robot Company, is it? They're giving out another fanzine, so Dorian and Ben Wasp Shot giving away these. No, guys, so they've done this, they've put together this little fanzine. They say they've put together, and they have said that Lee Daniels did most of the heavy lifting on this, and so, you know, take some credit, Lee. It's absolutely fantastic. Really is. Head on! The prints are falling everywhere, so yeah, they've done a really, really good job, and that's another thing that needs to give a damn good read to. Things. Do you want to look at some toys? Let's look at some toys, shall we? Not yet. Obligatory program from the TFNation crew. Again, this comes with the price of the ticket. It's got some nice art in the back here, and some nice write-ups on the guests. So it's all in all, it's a fantastic thing. Now they had some exclusives as well. Now this exclusive final season of Transformers animated trial and error. So they've got this. I need to give this a good read through. Nice big hefty book, and nicely puts a bung, a lid on animated, not like a lid that couldn't be removed, not like something that says this is the end, but a nice little. We've kind of solved, or we've not solved, but we're putting some of the loose ends. We're gonna just tie them in a bow. Not that it could be untied and added extra string to some time else in the line. Maybe in another 10 years' time, eh, Chops? Chops, hey, Chops! Toys. So I pre-bought, or half pre-bought, off one of the attendees, BotCon Striker. Oh, I love this purple. I've never actually owned the Warpath mold, Generations Warpath mold before, but yeah, she suits it really well. I just love all the little, paint details on here. It's like in BotCon toys, because, well, we may not see their like ever again, so it's nice when they're available to get hold of these, and it's really well made, really sturdy, just a nice bit of plastic. It goes with my, I guess she's a Decepticon. It's never really established because she was made a Predacon, not really out of her own choice in Beast Machines, but well, it shows she's got an Autobot symbol, so yeah, who knows? She's a badass. What else did we get? Okay, I think from Sid, I believe, I can't remember the name of his stall, but the Cybertron version of Beast Wars Megatron. So he's quite fun. He's not come with a Cyber Planet key, but there is, I'm sure I have some floating around somewhere. Press that to get his gimmick, that's up the dinosaur's bum. That's what this figure's notorious for, that you put the key up its bum. But All in all, he's just got some nice articulation, a bit of fun. In is another Beast Wars T-Rex Megatron, and I can't get enough of them. Also, at the same time, I bought Quick Strike. Oh, pretty much a perfect fiddle joy. I mean, even his ball joints have ball joints, and he's just a lot of fun. Just a translucent treat. So yeah, really fun little toy. This is one of the ones that just stayed in my bag and just got out to have a play with every so often. From In Demand, I also bought Thundertron, because why not have a space pirate liger guy with a peg leg. Oh, I don't even really know which line this guy actually came out of eventually, whether it was Generations or whether it was a Prime or whatever, because he's a bit of an oddity really. He doesn't really fit in to any continuity. He's part of the aligned continuity. He was in that book and he was going to be a big thing, and then the kind of Hasbro changed the tactic and stepped away from doing the aligned continuity and went into doing the war, the Combiner Wars return, of the Titans return, and the Prime, whatever it's called, Power of the Primes. So they went on to that trilogy rather than sticking with the original plan of doing the aligned continuity. So it never really came to fruition why this guy was important. But there you go. Probably talk about that another time. I think at the same time I also bought Animated Prowl. Oh, he's a lot of fun. Just really loved the animated style of figures, how they actually got, the crazy animated style that they had and actually made them successful toys. I think is it was a mind bending, and Prowl is one of those who just has a really cool transformation into his bike. I never really got round to picking him up when he was out, but I'm glad to have got that now. And then another one picked up is Tigerhawk. Tigerhawk is just a treat, man. He's just this big hench dude who turns into this part tiger, part hawk, obviously. Clues in his name. He's a bit dusty. He's missing, two of his missiles here. But other than that, yeah, he's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely cool. I've always wanted to get a hold of this, but never had a chance. And now I have him. And that's the power of TFNation. Yeah, so let's put him down somewhere. It's getting a bit crowded round here, isn't it? From Toy Foo again. Botcon Clench. Just a big, beefy. It's weird, I've been getting these Botcon wings and it's another mould that I've never owned either. I've never had the Onslaught or the Hardhead out of this. It's a mould I've always wanted to pick up, and they don't make these ultra class guys anymore. Oh, and I just love all the just little weird G2 moments this guy has in his paint. It's just, he's a treat. And again, they don't make toys like this anymore, and they certainly don't do Botcon toys anymore because they don't do Botcon. So again, it's just a pleasure to own. A pleasure to own. And I'll go with my badass Decepticons. Final toy. Again, from Toy Foo. My only G1 toy that I've picked up is Power Master Snarl. He's not come with his partner. He's just a lovely little... I've never owned a Power Master before. I kind of always wanted to pick one up, and I do have quite a collection of Snarls, so it would be nice to have him. It's a shame he doesn't have his wings, his dinosaur tail wings. There is regalia, but they didn't really have any of those vestigial things in the Action Master. Did I call him a Power Master? Action Master. Yeah, so it's quite funky. But yeah, for an old G1er, that's my only G1, but thing, and that was like even I balked when I was a kid at G1 picking any of these up, but finally I have. So, because what Transformers that don't transform? What's the bloody point in that? That's how it sounded like as a kid. And that's no, it's not everything. Artwork. I really wanted to. Not really bought anything new or anything, I'm a massive third party whore, and the only third party figure I picked up was the exclusive for the convention. Because, I could just get them all year round, whenever they're out. I can pre order stuff and do whatever, and just budget accordingly to what I want. But there's things at a convention that I can't get really every day. And that's artwork, and I wanted to support the people not only are currently working in the industry, but also the people who are at the event who just like to make Transformers stuff. So I wanted to help support them and hope that they encourage them to come back again next year, because it's a really important part of the convention really. So from Kaizama, who's currently working on Optimus Prime, I bought a couple of her sketchbooks, and I just love her artwork. Is just impeccable. It's both old school and new at the same time. He's done some, Judge Dredd Batman stuff as well, and like G2 Sideswipe. Oh, it's just absolutely Baroness. Just really, really cool art. So I bought a sketchbook. I also bought the volume 2 of the sketchbooks as well. Again, it's just more look at that. The Scarlet Witch, just everything, all these different, some Beast Wars stuff. Just loads and loads of cool, just little sketches. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. What else was down? Well, this is another signature thing, really. So Ed Pirrie, who's one of the guys who works on the conventions and does quite a lot of the art for the production material, made this print of some of the characters that Hal Rail played in the G1 series, and so I got Hal to sign it as well. He's also put the names of the characters that he played on there. He's written there. That was very helpful. Just in case I didn't know what the names of the characters were. But yeah, lovely, absolutely. His Shrapnel, when he did ask him on the bar on Friday night. Just bumped into him and he asked him, did the with Shrapnel, did they do a post-production technique to do the echo in his voice? And he says, no, I just had to say everything twice. I had to say the last word in every sentence twice. So it wasn't like a editing choice. That was something that they actually just did in production, which I thought was quite funny. Well, a couple of comic books that I've not got round to reading yet. The First Strike, then Revolution 6 and First Strike issue 1, but that's really here and there really at this point in time. Art. Here's a print from the third party panel from the Unrustable Bastards. It's kind of cool, but I've not. I did roll it up, but it's not survived the journey as well as I hoped it would do. Whoopsie on my side. That. Alex Milne. Got this print from one of the More Than Meets the Eye covers. There's Megatron looking at the blue flower, looking very soulful. I kind of like that just quiet moment he's captured here, and this almost two-tone, this blue and the black. It's just the light and the dark. I really like that contrast in there, so I thought that was a really cool print to get. From, got a card here, Sarah Pitri Duchera, pronounced completely wrong. I bought the Combiner Hunters artwork print, so we've got the three badass Combiner hunters there in the San Diego Comic Con exclusive colour ways. But yeah, I really like that. It's just action moment. That's quite cool. From our boy Jeff Senior, some of my favourite G1 artists. These prints from the Regeneration 1 comic book. And some of the covers he did is Megatron floor planting Springer. I just love that action shot. Just love the quake wave that's coming off of that, the force that he's punching him down with. That's just brilliant, and that's brilliant. So Senior. Got my Dinobot slag there, laying down the heat onto Grimlock. Oh, just how hot that feels. I feel like getting this close to my face, I feel like it might burn me. Just the amount of just colour that's poured in there. That fire is just fire incarnate, that picture. Love it. Absolutely love it. And got a hero shot of Optimus Prime coming down to put some heat on some Decepticon heavy hitters here. He's just chugging along like, I can take it. You know what I mean? I'm Captain Bloody America. I can, do this all day, and I'm just gonna lay down the smack down on you fools. That is just, they're gonna be stopped no matter the cost. Just love it. Absolutely brilliant. Again from Jeff Senior, but also from Simon Furman, a kind of preview of the webcomic series that they're going to be doing, or are doing, To the Death. This is a sampler of that. So it's good to see Simon Furman and Senior working together. So we've got some grisly moments in here. It's just amazing just how just the technology has changed in producing art for comic books, that they can now produce just artwork and recreate prints on this level. And you think about more of like just how many the black and white days of Marvel UK and how it's now come to this. That is just, well, it's signed as well. Yeah. Cool. So they have a section in there called The Forge, which is people throughout the community who make craft items or do prints and stuff like that. So have set up tables and sell their wares. So I went there as well and bought some stuff. So from the Manly Lobster shop, bought a little card print of Whirl. It's quite cool. Also got like a art book which gave me a free hot dog sticker. Thank you. So that's quite cool. So Cara Burns at the Manly Lobster, if you wanted to look that one up. Got some cool little bits of art going there. Also from her, we got this Lost Light metal pin badge. That is really high quality. I just love that. So I've got a Lost Light ship as a pin badge. Who else? Pink Bird Originals. Got this Swerve Iron patch. That's quite cool. And a Rodimus Star fridge magnet. So it's really cool quality. I think I deserve a Rodimus Star occasionally, Everyone does at some point in their life. That goes lovely like that. Yeah. From one of those two, I'm not sure which. Sorry, girls, I can't really remember. Who, Eventbrain still got this nice little Love Tarantulas sticker. So that's quite cool. And from another artist, Lem's Art. say Lamborghini. That might be pronounced completely wrong. We can make out the details there. Yeah, Lamborghini. That's on Twitter. Lem's Art blog. Lems-art-blog tumblr.com. Lem_Borghini on Twitter. Lem_Borghini on Instagram. So, yeah, you could just look up this stuff. That's a card. Look up the stuff. I'm not even showing you what I've got yet. I'd be amiss if I didn't get an Impactor print somewhere, wouldn't I? So that's really like that. Love Impactor. And she was selling, unlike quite a lot of us who were all doing prints, actually doing original pieces of artwork. So this is this is an original watercolour. It's Perceptor. Science! I just love this. It's just, just the watercolours, the use of this, acrylic gold paint for the atom that just, it's 3D, it's tactile, it's just, I'm not really world's biggest Perceptor fan, but there's so much striking about this. I really, really liked it, so I had to get hold of that. So that was probably one of my favourite pickups, really. It's just absolutely just a really cool photo. And support the arts, folks. You know what I mean? Whew. That's it. I need a drink after that. Non-alcoholic. It's early in the morning. But I need a drink. Need to have a little look around. See where this stuff's going to go. It'd be a shame just to stick these in a drawer somewhere or in a box. But, some of the toys, some of these are fiddle toys, so they might not necessarily go on display anywhere, but they're going to be somewhere. And I want to put the art in places. But join me next time. I've been Bisto Yeti. Big up your bad selves. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. And because you deserve it, because it's been a long haul for the haul. Bisto! Fisto!